Bonjour and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Claude and today, Aries, I'm going to be doing your mid-month tarot reading for the month of April. So I hope you're doing alright. Now please do bear in mind those are general readings. They will not resonate with everybody. Take what applies to your situation and just discard the rest. If you would like a more comprehensive picture for the rest of the month, do check your moon, Venus and rising signs. Now, what do we have for my Aries Aquarius, please? I am using the Stolen Child Tarot deck if you are interested in the deck that's been used. So we begin your reading with a Major Arcana, the Fool, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Wands. Nice progression here. The Six of Wands, center of the spread. Wow, the Sun, Major Arcana, beautiful, beautiful energy and a lot of fire in there, which obviously is your energy. The Chariot, Major Arcana. The Ten of Pentacles, nice. The Knight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, which is the energy at work that you may not be aware of, you have the Queen of Cups. So let's talk about this energy that's around you at the moment. The queens in any suits represent patience, understanding. They are the receptive energy, the yin energy, as opposed to the kings, who are the action takers, the yang energy. Cups is the emotional realm, it's water energy. So it represents everything that makes you happy, that makes your heart sing, things that get you down, obviously relationships, but also your intuition and your creativity. So the Queen of Cups is someone who is well aware of her emotions and she concentrates on her emotions. She knows herself really well. She's a very intuitive person. Now again, this is a general reading, so there are no genders attached. It's the characteristic of that court card basically that I'm talking about. It's that energy of trusting your intuition, trusting your feelings when you are assessing a situation. She's, the opposite of the Queen of Swords in that respect, that the Queen of Swords would look at facts and will base her decision on facts, whereas the Queen of Cups is someone who will look at the situation based on how she feels. She's a loving energy, but she's also very, very aware of her feelings, which means she's aware if she's going to be over emotional or if her feelings are sound. There is a lot of wisdom in this card. So you have the Fool, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Wands. So the Major Arcana, if you've ever watched my readings, are very important to me because as the Minor Arcana describe day-to-day routines, events and situations, the Majors represent more permanent energies. They represent to me as a reader the hand of spirit, the universe, God, your angels, your ancestors, whoever you work with, intervening. To provide you with experiences that are going to make you grow emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever the case may be, or to drive you towards your life purpose, and so that you may have a fulfilling experience on this planet. And the Fool is a beautiful energy of a brand new beginning and taking a leap of faith. And the Fool is always described or drawn as not having much with him, just a tiny bag, and being worryless. It's that childlike energy, looking at a brand new beginning with a childlike mind, basically. And it's followed by the Nine of Wands. Now the Nine is achievement in any suit, and the Wands represents passions, desires, it's fire energy, so it's quite swift, and it also represents basically what your heart and soul truly yearn for. So the Nine of sword of wands, sorry, don't know why I said sword. The nine of wands talks about you having given 200% of yourself to this brand new beginning. And obviously, you know, when you do things with a lot of passion and drive, you acquire some cuts and bruises and you're tired. And the nine of wands is just nearly being at the end of that cycle. You're nearly there at success. It's just one more challenge to overcome. And you then have the king of wands, which is obviously the master of that suit. So this is overcoming whatever the last challenge was. The king is an action taker, someone who's going to take a calculated risk, someone who is very confident. He's not going to sit back and wait for it. Is entrepreneur. So if we're talking about, if you're here for career, this is you pushing, taking on a new job and moving up the ladder, basically. Your efforts may have been recognized by a boss, for instance, or a senior leader, depending on where you work. If it's for a business, this is you having started your new business, worked so hard on it, you know, feeling so battered by all of the time and effort that you have invested in this, but obviously being triumphant as the king of wands. If it's you studying, going to uni, same thing, brand new course, you may have changed direction, changed vocation, and given it your all, and there you are, right there, successful. It can be read as well as a passionate relationship that you embraced and gave a lot of yourself, you know, with this king of wands, for instance. You know, it really is depending on why you're here for. And then you have the six of wands, the sun, and the chariot. I mean, this is a row of victory. Every single one of these cards here have victory as a success, as a keyword attached to them in one shape or form. So we've got the six of wands. 6 is a number of harmony after having overcome a challenge or a change. This is coming back triumphant, successful of whatever it is that happened. This is also recognition. There's an element of recognition here. So if it's at work, it's people recognizing your hard work. It's your reputation being amplified in a very positive manner. It's right under the Fool as well. So this is that brand new beginning. Whatever you started here, this is you being triumphant. And then in the middle of the spread, you've got the sun. This is the best card of the whole deck. Major Arcana. The sun is warmth, joy, happiness, things turning out positively for you, success, victory, revitalization if you are down and you're tired. And bear in mind, it's right under the Nine of Wands. This is utter success, but long term. The difference between the Six of Wands and the Sun in this respect is that this is long term. This is a major. So it really is you ripping up all of the benefits and rewards of that new beginning that you've given yourself to. And as I said, it can be a relationship, a job, a change of studies, whatever it is that it is that you're doing. It may have been also a relocation. It may have been this. And then you have the Chariot, another major arcana. And the Chariot, well, number 1 is ruled by number 7, which is the number of experience. And the Chariot talks about forward movement. The Charioteer is going in one direction and nothing's going to make him deviate. He's going to embrace all of the challenges and move past them and come out of the other side successful. There is no other alternative for him. This is success. Success that you had to fight for a bit, but it's success nonetheless. Which is why I smiled when I saw it under the King of Wands. Because, you know, Wands, passion, go-getter, success. The Chariot also, on a very literal meaning, can indicate moving, as in relocation, going somewhere. So if you're here for a relocation, this is a successful relocation for you. That also shows that. Or maybe a job offer had the consequence as a relocation, and that's going to be very positive for you as well. should you choose to go this way, but this is what this is. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So 10 is completion in any suit, the end of a cycle. Pentacles is the physical realm. So we're talking about your work life, so job, careers, studies, financial assets, your home, your flat, all of that kind of stuff. And the Ten of Pentacles is earth energy. So it talks about having worked hard. Sorry, let me put my teeth back in my mouth. So it talks about having worked hard, having, grafted, honed your skills in whatever it is that full new beginning was, and being successful, prosperous, and abundant. And I always talk about the fact that there are different types of prosperity and abundance, okay? It doesn't have to be necessarily monetary. It can also be in your feelings. You can feel prosperous and abundant because you have a happy life, you doing what you like to do as a job, for instance. So there can be that notion as well. But the Ten of Pentacles really talks about having something to leave behind. It talks about something that's very stable, that's built for the long term. It's often called the legacy card. So it's beautiful to see it under, when you look at this way, when you look at the brand new beginning embraced, as a leap of faith, with the victory coming back, victorious, recognized, which gives way to long-term prosperity, abundance, stability. And then you've got the Knight of Cups. So you've got the Knight and the Queen. And the Knight represents movement forward, taking action in the emotional realm, because we're talking about the Cups. So it could be, yes, a love offer, but it doesn't have to be. And by the way, a love offer can also be a beautiful partnership offered to you if you're here for career. Someone you can rely on, can be a co-worker, can be a friend, whatever the case may be. But it can also represent you taking action toward what makes you happy. It really is about, moving towards your happiness, your dream. And it's followed by the Four of Swords. This is the only swords card you have. That's the mental realm. So your thoughts, your ideas, your knowledge, truths, that kind of thing. And the Four is a number of strong foundation and stability. This is the card sometimes, which is the vibe I'm getting for this reading, the card of just taking a step back and kind of resting to have clear thoughts, to have mental stability, to assess situations. But generally speaking, it's a card of healing, restoration of the mind, because it is the swords. And sometimes it can represent pushing against restrictions. So in this reading, it may well be you going for what makes you happy and pushing against the restraints, because you do have the Queen of Cups here. And as I said to you at the beginning, she only focuses on her feelings and emotions, and she follows her intuition. And so, you may be feeling a bit trapped and restricted, but this is you really moving forward towards what makes you happy. And the cards are so positive in this reading. It really is a question of, having started something and reaping the benefit of it long term. You have the sun in the middle. I mean, what more can I say? So I'm going to close out this reading with an oracle card. So can we have a final message for my Aries querents, please? All right. And you have breach. Exactly. That's why I'm not surprised to see that. This is you coming up for air. This is the Four of Swords energy I was telling you about, that you may feel like you are fighting against some constraint to follow your dream. And this is you breaching, like the well comes up to get some air, and that's the message from the universe for you to come out and take some air, so take some time out and breathe, basically. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you did, or if the message helped you in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I wish you a fantastic end of the month, and I'll see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.